how's your month of February been? I'm quite happy that this month has gone by as quickly as it has, because I think January, February and March are like the worst months out of the year, because I live in Sweden and it definitely gets really dark, cold and snowy and grey here in the winter, and I definitely feel the winter depression like most people that live here feels. And I'm so happy that it finally feels like spring and we have some longer days and more sunlight, so I'm really excited about that. So my first favorite of this month is Marie Kondo's book The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, and I mentioned this in my previous favorites video where I talked about her TV show on Netflix, and I said I wanted to read it, and I finally got to read it or listen to it, and I absolutely loved it. It was for some reason very cozy listening to it, and I didn't want it to end, and I can really recommend it because she had so many good tips on how to reduce your amount of belongings and just like treasure the things that you actually have and how to store them. So I really enjoyed that book, and I really think that anyone and everyone should read it. So my second favorites of this month are these ankle weights that I bought in London in a secondhand store for like £3. So it was such a bargain, and I used them a lot in London, but when I came back home to Sweden I kind of forgot about them. But now when I've started to work out more, I'm actually bringing these to the gym with me, and when I do my like leg and butt exercises, like butt burning exercises, I'm using these ankle weights, and it makes the workout so much harder and you can really feel the burn, and it makes a huge difference. So I absolutely love to use them, and I think it's great because I've bought them secondhand for like £3. So if you can find these secondhand, it's awesome. But otherwise, you know, you can go to a store and buy them new, but secondhand is always the best. My next favorite that my sisters and I have been using a lot this month is this silicone popcorn machine, and it is a Christmas gift from Sigrid to Astrid for like I think 2 years ago or something, and we love it. We have been using it a lot these past 2 years, but for some reason this month we have been eating lots of popcorn, and I love popcorn, but I don't like to eat oil, so I love this machine because you can just put the like unpopped popcorn in here, just put the lid on, put it in the microwave and wait a couple minutes and you have oil-free popcorn, and it's great. I absolutely love this machine, and if I can find it online I'm gonna put it down in the description box, and I think I need to buy one for myself for when I move out later, because I think this is such a good thing, and I mean, who doesn't love popcorn? And with this you can have healthy popcorn. So next up I have another snack, and it is dried white mulberries, and I absolutely love these. They taste kind of like caramel, and I mean they're kind of expensive, and also the specific packaging is plastic, unfortunately, but I think I've just had these like specific brand like twice. Otherwise I haven't had white dried mulberries that often. I think I had them in London, but then I also found them in like a bookstore, so that's great because then you can just bring your own container and buy them, you know, in bulk. But yeah, I absolutely love mulberries, and my wish for when we grow some more like our own trees in the south of Sweden, we're gonna have some mulberry trees, and because mulberries can't really grow here outside of Stockholm, so yeah, I'm really excited about that. Then I can make some on my own instead of buying them. So my next favorite is a podcast that I've been listening to a lot, and not only this month but for several months, and it is called The School of Greatness, and it is hosted by Louis House, and he's a former professional football player and a author, and he's interviewing lots of different people, like influential people, like business people and athletes and people who are just are inspiring other people. So if you want to listen to a very inspirational podcast where you can learn a lot, definitely go and listen to The School of Greatness. And I think they've done like over 700 episodes. That's insane. And I have definitely not listened to all of them, but some of them, and I really love them. And Louis House also have like an amazing Instagram where he posts a lot of like inspirational quotes, and I always think these like his quotes are spot on and really like yeah, I feel very inspired after reading them. So, and I think he has like Twitter as well, but I don't use Twitter, so I only see his quotes on Instagram. My next favorite is a song by Adriano Celentano called Ragazzo della Via Gluck, and I especially like the version when he's singing together with Eros Ramazzotti, and it is like a YouTube video from 2005, and I just love listening to that song. It makes me really happy, and it makes me think of my year as an au pair in Rome and just Italy in general, and I really want to go back. And it also makes me think of my Friday evenings with my family, because every single Friday evening we have a really nice tradition here in my house, and my dad is playing lots of music from like the 70s and 80s, and everyone is just dancing and cooking food together. And I think I actually have a clip in one of my vlogs where my parents are dancing to this song, and yeah, it just makes me really happy, and I love Italian, so I love listening to this song. So my last favorite of this month is Breakfast in Bed, and my family has a tradition of when someone has a birthday, we have breakfast in bed, and I love that tradition. And the beginning of February my sisters turn 21, and their birthdays are the 1st and the 2nd of February, so we had breakfast in bed, and we made some like smoothie bowls, and so a really delicious and very healthy chocolate brownie, and it was so good. And if you don't have breakfast in bed, you should, because it's so nice, and especially for the person who receives the breakfast, it's like awesome having your family sitting there together eating breakfast, singing a song for you, and yeah, I just think it's a great tradition. So I can really recommend you to give someone that you love some breakfast in bed, and I promise you it's gonna be very appreciated. So yeah, that's all my favorites from this month, and please let me know in the comments down below what your favorites has been this month, because I'm curious to know what you have been loving each and every month. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Hej då!